हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू आदित्य इनकम टैक्स क्लासेस। माय नेम इज़ आदित्य अग्रवाल। सो आज हम अपना ऑडिटिंग का नया चैप्टर चालू करेंगे, टाइप्स ऑफ ऑडिट। चलिए इसके ऑब्जेक्टिव पढ़ते हैं और मैं आपको इसके पूरा ऑब्जेक्टिव पढ़ाऊंगा, ठीक है। चलिए, ऑडिट कैन बी क्लासिफाइड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ नेचर ऑफ अकाउंट्स एंड प्रैक्टिस। इसमें अब ए एंड बी है, ठीक। पार्टनरशिप फर्म ऑडिट इज वॉलेंटरी ऑडिट। आंसर नंबर ए, when at the end of a period final accounts are prepared and audited, it is called periodical audit. Answer number B, an investigation of a business concern from the higher to downward level in the hierarchy is known as. Answer number B, management accounting. Voluntary audit is done in. Answer number C, a sole trader business concern, partnership business concern, both. A statutory audit is required for all of the above. Answer number D, public limited companies, electricity and gas companies, public trust. Government companies are required to make government audit. In cash audit, an auditor is asked to audit cash transactions only. Audit of the cost accounts and record of the manufacturing company is cost audit. Periodical audit is also called. Answer number D, all of the above: annual audit, final audit, complete audit. What is true? Answer number A, simple checking is also called standard audit. इसमें आंसर क्वेश्चन नंबर 12, व्हाट इज ट्रू? आंसर नंबर सी, above A and B. A, periodical audit is also called balance sheet audit. Answer number B, interim audit involves the complete examination of and verification of the accounting and other records. Accounting, according to organization, the structure of business audit is. Answer number D, statutory audit, government audit, and internal audit and private audit. Question number 14, statutory audit belongs to what? Answer number D, all of the above: complete audit, audit of trust, audit of the other transactions, other institutions. Question number 15, audit of the accounts of other individuals is. Answer number A, private audit. From practical point of view, types of audit is. Answer number D, all of the above: continuous audit, complete audit, balance sheet audit. Audit of the companies for the first time was made compulsory under the. Answer number A, Companies Act 1913. Trusts are usually created for the benefits. Answer number A, weak and helpless persons. Audit of cooperative societies is conducted by. Answer number C, above A and B, cooperative department of the state government, register of cooperative societies. The scope and nature of cooperative audit comes under the purview of. Answer number A, statutory audit. Objective of the management audit is. Answer number C, above A and B. A, to verify the existence of stores to ensure the system of stock taking. What is true? Answer number D, all of the above. In commercial concerns, accounts are prepared in the salaried accounts and their audit is conducted by external. Usually, the government runs the accounts and audit department. The government department is itself the spending authority in the government offices. Internal audit is done by. Answer number A, salaried officer of the concern. Internal audit is independent appraisal. In question number 25, internal audit is conducted by the business itself. Answer number A, employees. Internal audit serves the need of. Answer number B, the management. Features of internal audit is. Answer number D, all of the above. A, independent position. B, free from executive functions. C, regular watch and constant review over the accounting and financial matters. Independent audit safeguards interest of which of the following? Answer number C, above A and B. Answer number A, proprietors. Answer number B, third parties. Independent audit is done. A, periodically. Continuous audit is applicable in which of the following cases? Answer number D, all of the above. Answer number A, B, C. If transactions are many in numbers, if the internal check is not satisfactory, if sales are very large. Merits of the continuous audit is. Answer number D, all of the above. Extensive and intensive checking, easy detection of mistakes and frauds, good moral effects on employees. Demerits of the continuous audit is. Answer number C, above A and B. A, hindrance in the work of business. B. Secret pact with employees. An audit which is done by an auditor throughout the year at intervals is called continuous audit. Periodical audit is also called answer number D or the annual audit, final audit, complete audit. Periodical audit is usually done at the of the year. Answer number A and. Periodical audit is most suitable for a small organization. Periodical audit means such audit which does not start before the close of the financial year and continues till the time of audit were completed. Who defined it? Walter W. Big. Periodical audit is that which starts at the financial year concerning to the audit if does not have the advantages and of continuous audit. Who defined it? Lawrence R. Dixie. Answer number C. Merit of periodical audit is answer number D, all of the above. No change of the figures, alteration, continuity in work, saving of time. Audit of cost account is known as cost audit. In which type of audit no transaction is left over, complete audit. Periodical audit is also termed as answer number D, all of the above. Answer number A, final audit. Answer number B, balance sheet audit. Answer number C, annual audit. The merit of periodical audit is answer number D, all of the above. Lack of deep checking, difficulty in detecting errors and frauds, inconvenient for big trading business concern. Standard audit is also called sample checking. Detailed audit is called audit in depth. An audit work starts right from the very beginning of the year and continues throughout the year. It is continuous audit. Continuous audit is needed in which of the following? Answer number D, all of the above. Electricity or supply companies, wholesale consumer stores or union department stores. In which one of the following cases continuous audit is required? Answer number D, all of the above. When the organization do not have a system of internal control, where final accounts are prepared on a quarterly or half yearly basis, where the turnover is very high. Audit which of the following institution is compulsory? Answer number C, above A and B. Reserve Bank of India, Industrial Finance Corporation. There may be types of private audit. Answer number B, 3. Features of audit of sole trader is answer number D, all of the above. A. Appointment of auditor rests absolutely on the proprietors. Auditor is appointed under an agreement. Auditor must get clear instructions. In case of the auditor is not appointed under statute. Answer number B, partnership firm. In balance sheet audit, the auditor checks D, all of the above. A. Capital. B. Reserve. C. Assets and liabilities. Balance sheet audit is quite satisfactory for. Answer number C, above A and B. Answer number A, small size business concern. Answer number B, big size business concern. In cash audit, the auditor is concerned to which of these items for audit cash. Cash audit is a verification of the correctness of the cost account and of the adherence to the cost accounting plans. Who defined it? R.W. Dobson. When audit is conducted on some of the records and books of a part or whole of the period, it is called partial audit. Merit of the interim audit is answer number D, all of the above. Easiness to complete the annual audit, quick detection of errors and fraud, helpful in exercising moral check on the staff. Management audit includes answer number D, all of the above. Examination of plans, examination of objectives, examination of utilization of resources. 60. Merits of management audit is answer number D, quick and effective decision, improvement of performance at all levels, and increase in alteration of employees. Property audit is confined to examine the of appropriations validity. Question number 62, what is true? इसका आंसर है आंसर नंबर सी, above A and B. A है ऑपरेशन ऑडिट कंडक्टेड बाय इंटरनल ऑडिटर. B है ऑपरेशन ऑडिट इज अ वे ओवर एंड above financial audit. Environmental audit is aimed at answer number C, above A and B. Maintaining proper standards and for control pollution. Reporting to the standards, reporting to the shareholders. In the case of a continuous audit, the work of audit is carried on for whole of financial year. In the interim audit, the work audit is done only up to a certain date. In case of a continuous audit, assets and liabilities are verified at the close of financial year. In case of interim audit, verification of assets and liabilities is done at the in time of audit. Answer number C. In case of internal audit, trial balance has to be prepared. In continuous audit, auditor will resort at the end of a financial year. What is an internal audit? Part of the nominal administrative routine. Internal audit is a part of which of the following above A and B: organizational procedure, administrative procedure. In case of the auditor has to submit his reports. Interim audit. Continuous audit is suitable for big institutions. Continuous audit means audit along with accounting. What is true above A and B? Answer C. Periodical audit is also called annual audit. In partial audit, complete audit is not done. What is false? Cost audit can be done only by a chartered accountant. Answer C. Which one of the following is the best system of payment? By cross check. Answer C. The effect of auditor on employee by continuous audit decreases. Answer number B. Interim audit is get done at the middle of the year. Interim audit is conducted at the middle of the year. Answer number C. The audit which is done at the admission of a new partner is called casual audit. An audit which is compulsory by the law. Answer statutory audit. And in India, balance sheet audit is uh, synonymous to a annual audit. Which of the following is not the type of auditing? Answer number B. External audit. Audit of trust is compulsory. Answer number B. Compulsory audit. So friends, if you like this video, so please like, subscribe and share it. Thank you.